Today's video is brought to you by DPW Champion, now starting at $1 a month. Click the link down below.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. You clicked on this video and you thought it was going to be a big popular tag team, and quite honestly, it's not. But here on Destination Pro Wrestling, we're talking about this for a big reason, and the reason is this could be a sign of what's to come in 2020 when many wrestlers on the roster have their contracts expire. Now remember, WWE is not the end-all be-all when it comes to pro wrestling, so it really shouldn't be a shocker that this team decided to not re-sign. And for those who think that this team might go to AEW, it doesn't sound like that's happening. We're not talking about the New Day, we're not talking about the Revival, we're talking about Primo and Epico. That's right, guys. Most popular gimmick that they had in WWE was probably Los Matadores. And most recently, they've been known as the Clones. Obviously, they are related to Carlito, who has also been offered a contract to WWE. Very interestingly enough, WWE has really tried to sign quite a bit of talent out there. And obviously, NXT is the spot for where many of these people have gone. But WWE is in a position where they weren't able to re-sign Primo and Epico. Now, obviously, they haven't publicly come out and talked about, what was the reason for leaving, but a lot of people are saying that it's safe to say at this point, after a long tenure with the company, they're not being used. No amount of money is worth it to them. Now, I don't know whether or not that's true. This could be one of those situations where WWE may have not even remembered that they're coming out of contract. I mean, honestly, it would be really easy to think that and assume that because the company has hardly used them. And I get it. I understand why people would feel that way, but most importantly, it is one thing for you guys to know that this is a sign of what's to come going into 2020. I truly believe in 2020, there's going to be some people on the roster, their contracts are coming up, and WWE could try to offer them a lot of money, and trust me, some of those people on the roster will in fact take those contracts with WWE because money does absolutely talk in the business of pro wrestling. But there are going to be a couple wrestlers on this roster who are intrigued to basically do what Jon Moxley did. Jon Moxley going to Japan and AEW definitely looks like it's a satisfying thing for people who are in WWE. So I would understand completely why some people may not accept new contracts with the company. These two have been in the company since, I want to say 2011. I could be wrong on that, but they've been with the company for a while. It doesn't shock me necessarily that they haven't re-signed. Again, they haven't really been used. But even though they're not the biggest names in WWE, it just shows that even the longest tenured employees of this company, or contractors, right? The longest tenured, that it doesn't mean much anymore. WWE is not the end-all be-all. These guys are going to go wrestle in Puerto Rico. They're going to go wrestle with Carlito. And Carlito coming to WWE, I guess, is possible, but the contract information has not come out yet as to whether or not he signed with the company. Again, WWE, rightfully so, as a smart business move, probably doesn't want to see their talent go to AEW, and I think, maybe these two wouldn't make the most sense for AEW, but in general, I don't even know if AEW has interest in them, but in general, this is some pretty big news when you look at they are essentially the first two to really not re-sign with the company, as far as I can remember. Obviously, Mike Kanellis, Luke Harper, Sin Cara, they have asked for their release, but these are the first two that I could think of in a very long time that have decided not to re-sign. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. More news dropping right here on Destination PW. Make sure you guys click that like button, leave a comment down below, and click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
You have arrived at your destination.